Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then my name is Aisha, welcome. So today we're going to be unboxing and trying on and swatching the Catching Dreaminess collection by Colourpop. Like, look at this box, it's so cute. The packaging just caught my eye straight away as soon as I opened this up. There are so many goodies in here, so I have the whole collection and it is pretty new. I think it launched a few weeks ago, so I'm super excited to show you guys. I am on Colourpop's PR list, so they were kind enough to send this to me and I'm so thankful. And I do look a little bit crazy because I do only have my base makeup on. I haven't done my eyes or lips or blush or anything like that, so I'm like a flat blank canvas and I look kind of naked. I don't know, like my face feels naked anyway, because I am going to be trying on some of the products so you can see them in action. And also I might become a sweaty mess in this video because it's like 30 degrees Celsius here in Italy and I am dying. I do not have aircon and I am just not used to the heat. I'm from London, okay, and like I can't deal. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna get straight on into the video. So I'm going to take out the little card that we got here. So this is the Catching Dreaminess. Oh, it's upside down. So this is the Catching Dreaminess collection, and on the back of the card here there's like a kind of description of all the products that you get in the collection. I'm a bit confused because the card says Catching Dreaminess, but on the website it says that it's actually called the So Very Lovely collection, so I'm not sure. But anyway, you can buy the complete collection for $70, which is quite a good price, I would say, for the amount of products that you get. Or you can purchase all of the products like individually depending on your taste and what you want. So we're just going to do a rundown of what you get in the collection. The first thing is this So Very Lovely pressed powder palette, and it's one of their eyeshadow palettes. You get 12 shades in here. Later we're going to be opening everything up. There are then 3 Crème Gel Pencils, and these can be used as lip liners or eyeliners, so they are quite versatile. There are 3 Supershock blushes, and like these are so cute. How adorable. Oh my gosh, love those. And the last item in here are these 4 Lippie Stix. So quite a lot of goodies to try out and play with today. So I think we're going to start with the So Very Lovely palette because I need some eyeshadow on these eyes. Here's what the box looks like. How adorable is that kind of foil detailing? I love it. And then on the back you even get a rundown of all the shades and the shade names. So we're going to open this up. The actual palette packaging is very similar to the box. You've still got that kind of gold foiled thing going on, and all of the products are cruelty free, I think. Again, on the back here we have the shade names, and when we open the palette up, ta-da, it's so stunning. I love the shade range in here. It looks quite neutral, but you do still have some pops of color going on, so I feel like you can do something super wearable but also something a bit more creative with a bit more color. I feel like it's not something I've never seen before. Like, there are no amazing shades in here like that are completely new to me, but I feel like this would be great for beginners, especially if you want to start getting into like a bit more color but nothing too crazy. So if we read the description on the card here, it says a dreamy blend of soft hues like champagne, mauve and peach meet richer tones like berry, terracotta and bronze in mattes and metallics. So yeah, we can see that there are a range of different finishes in here. We've got some matte shades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can't count, okay, and then the rest are kind of shimmery and metallic shades, and those look stunning. So what we're going to do first is do some swatches. So I've just swatched the top row, so the top 4, and we've got Laced Up, which is a kind of champagne gold color, Organza, which has a more of a berry purplish tone. The shimmers are stunning. Like, how reflective are they? Then we've got Craftworks, which is a matte and it's got a kind of peachy undertone. I feel like that would be a great transition shade. And the last one here is called Fringed, and that's more of a cool tone shimmer. I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like a taupey shade, I guess. I've turned the brightness up a bit. It might be a bit too bright to see, but look how shiny they are. Love them. So that's the first row. Then for the second row, we've got Braided, which is a true kind of yellowish gold shade. Again, super reflective. Macaroon, which is this lilac purple matte shade. Again, stunning and super buttery and smooth. This one here is Eyelet, and it's got that kind of terracotta undertone. And then the last matte in this row is Rose Avenue, which is a kind of taupey shade. Again, like a kind of more cool toned brown shade. And I feel like that's going to be be great to kind of deepen up any look. And there we have all the shades with the brightness turned up. I love how bright this like pastel lilac shade is. Okay, and now this last row, we've got all of like the kind of darker shades, and oh wow, these swatched so well, especially this one. This one is called Dreamcatcher, and it's so soft and pigmented, and like that swatch does not look patchy at all. And because it's a matte shade, that is very surprising, and I'm so impressed. Then we've got Dreamcatcher, which is a pure like copper shade. This one is Collective, which is a darker purple. And then the last one here is called Topanga Boulevard, I think. And this one did swatch a tiny bit patchy, and I was surprised because in the pan it looks like a brownish shade. If you can see here, like it does have a bit of a purple undertone, but it looked like more on the brown side. But when I swatched it, it was way more purple. So those are the last, no, it's the wrong way around. So those are the last 4 shades in the palette. They all swatched so well. So I'm so excited to use these on my eyes. So the time has come to test these out. I'm first gonna start by priming my eyelids because we want to give these eyeshadows a fair test, and I always prime my eyes. So I'm going to be using the P. Louise base. This one is in the shade Rumor 02. So I think I'm gonna start with this kind of terracotta shade here, and this one is called Dreamcatcher. Okay, so there is a little bit of kickback in the pan, but I don't mind as long as the eyeshadows perform well. I think I'm gonna do a neutral look today because I haven't done a neutral look in the longest time. Longest. So I'm going to just pack this into the crease. I'm kind of like patting my brush, and I might go for a rounded shape today because I always go for a winged out shape. So first impressions, like first impressions, it's looking pigmented. The shade is stunning. Oh, so pigmented though. And although there was some kickback in the pan, I'm not noticing like any fallout on my face, so that's great. Now with the same brush, I'm not adding any extra product. I'm just going to start slowly blending out the edges, and it's blending nicely. I love this, and it doesn't look patchy at all. I'm impressed with that shade. And to blend it out a bit further, I'm going to take the shade here, which is called Craftworks, which is a very light kind of transition shade. This one does also have a bit of kickback in the pan. Oh no, that brush is dirty. So this shade is so light. It's kind of like a skin tone color, so you can't see it too well. And I probably should have gone in with this before going in with the reddish shade, but it is helping to kind of soften the edges and blend it out a bit more. But I'm kind of losing the pigmentation of the other shade because this is so pigmented, so it's covering up that lighter shade underneath. It's helping me to get a soft blend, which I like, and that's kind of what I was going for. Okay, going back in with the reddish brown shade, the terracotta, just so we can get some of that pigment back. I might go in with a bit of eyelet. I am gonna go in with a bit of eyelet, which is more of a peachy shade. I'm just gonna put this kind of above that copper. Again, just trying to blend everything together, make sure everything's super soft. Oh, that's really nice. You can't really see anything because again, I went in first with the darker shade, but I like to do that. I like to go in with the darker shade first and then blend out rather than go in with the transition shade first. But no, that looks very nice. That shade is very good. Definitely helped to blend out a bit. Now, on the outer and inner corner, I'm going to go for the dark kind of maroon shade, and it's called Topanga Boulevard. And I'm just gonna take that on a kind of flat brush and pack that on the inner and outer corner because, as I said, I want to go for a halo eye that is stunning. Again, very pigmented, and the undertone is gorgeous. These kinds of shades can be quite hard to work with because they are so dark and sometimes they can look very patchy, but this so far is looking stunning. I'm gonna need to powder my face again because I'm looking super shiny. Now, going in with a bit of Dreamcatcher first, so the first shade we used. I'm just gonna use this to blend the edges. Now that I'm blending it out, that kind of maroon shade is looking a tiny bit patchy. That was to be expected. Still a very nice color though. Just going for a final blend around the edges. And then in the inner corner, I think I'm gonna go in with the champagne shade in the palette. So this one is called Laced Up. So reflective, love that. And I haven't even put a base down or anything like glitter glue or I don't know. There's nothing sticky underneath, but it's showing up so nicely. That one did have a little bit of fallout, but because it's such a light shade, it won't be an issue kind of trying to get that off my face. Just going back in with a tiny bit of the maroon shade to kind of blend the two together. And I think that will do for the upper lid. On the lower lash line, I'm gonna start with the peachy shade, which is called Eyelet. Then we're going to go in with Dreamcatcher. Then we're going in with the maroon shade, which is called Topanga Boulevard, just on the inner and outer corner. And then on the center of the lid, we're going to go for Laced Up, the shimmery champagne color. I'm also going to put a tiny bit just on the inner corner there, just to highlight. So overall, I'm really impressed with this palette. I think the shades worked really well. They blended really nicely. Most of them were pigmented. The only one I had a little bit of issue with was this dark one down here because it did get a little bit patchy when I blended it out. The shimmer shade, like, yes, okay. Now we're gonna go on to the 3 Crème Gel Pencils because I think I'm gonna use one of these in my waterline. So the first one I've got here is called Macramè, and it's a kind of shimmery nude brown shade. So that's what the pencil looks like there. Very, very creamy and pigmented, and it went on so smoothly, and it's got a kind of like copper gold undertone, so it really complements the palette. Then we've got Crochet, which is a kind of pinkish lilac color. It looks gorgeous as well. And then the last one is called Lattice or Lattice, I don't know. I'm saying it with an Italian accent, and this is like a proper nude kind of, I don't know how to describe this, like a nude shade. It's very nude. Actually, no, it's a champagne color. Wow, that is stunning. Look how shimmery and reflective that is. It looks just like the shimmery shade I have on the center of the lid. So Macramè, Crochet, and Lattice. So on my waterline, I'm gonna use the shade Lattice, which was that last champagne color. This probably looks really creepy. And I feel like it's just brightening up my eye. It's very reflective and shimmery, and you probably can't see anything, but it's there, okay? I feel like these would make really good bases for eyeshadows. Like I could have used that middle shade on the lid before I put down the shimmery shade just to make it pop even more. So I feel like they're quite versatile. You could use them in different ways, but yeah, in the waterline, it worked fine. And the shades are beautiful, very complementary. Now, before I finish off the eyes and do like mascara, lashes, and eyeliner and everything, we're gonna move on to the blushes. So as I said, we get 3 in the collection, and these are their Supershock Cheek blushes. This one is the shade Chiffon, and it's a pearlized finish. So it does have kind of like a sheen to it. That's what the shade looks like. And yeah, you can see the kind of gold shimmers running through it. It's got like a kind of orangey, peachy undertone, I would say. And I've never tried their Supershock blushes before, but they've got that kind of like moussey texture. I don't know. Like they feel like a cream, but I think they go on like a powder. Ooh, so creamy. Yeah, it definitely feels like it has a cream finish. So that's the shade Chiffon there. I don't know, I wouldn't use that as a blush per se, maybe like a blush topper, because it is very reflective and very sheeny and shimmery. You could maybe use it like on the eyes or as a highlight if you've got a really dark skin tone. Then we've got the shade Voile, I don't know. And this again is one of their pearlized Supershock Cheeks. Oh dear. Pearlized Supershock Cheek. Okay, we got there in the end. So this has a very dark kind of terracotta undertone. Again, it's pearlized, so it's got a kind of shimmer running through it. They feel so soft. It's like nothing I've ever felt before, and whoa. Now, that is so pigmented. Like, again, I don't think I could use that as a blush. If you had a darker skin tone, then you could. I feel like it would look stunning as a blush or blush topper. But I think I could even use that on my eyes as an eyeshadow. It's so pigmented. If you went in with a really light hand, like a really fluffy brush, it could maybe work out. But yeah, a bit too dark for me. And the last shade we have here is called Georgette, and this is a satin finish. So it's not as shimmery as the other one. And I have actually used this one, and I can tell you it's stunning. It does have a little bit of a sheen, but nothing too crazy. That's what it looks like on my finger there. And we're gonna do a swatch. And there we have Georgette. And yeah, it looks very, very crazy, their swatch, because I did like do a proper swatch and like really worked my finger in there. But when I used this on my cheeks, it didn't look as pigmented and crazy. You just need to use a very light hand with these. They are like a different kind of formula to any other kind of blush I've ever tried. So Chiffon, Voile, and Georgette. Or maybe it's Georgette. I don't know. So I'm going to be using Georgette, whatever it's called today. I've got a super fluffy brush, and you can see that it doesn't come up as crazy pigmented when you use a blush brush. So pretty, such a summery shade, and it's got that sheen there, so it's giving me a really nice glow. That could also be because I'm pretty sweaty, but no, it's got a really nice finish, and it looks super soft on the cheeks. So pretty. I'm also gonna put it on my nose so I get that kind of sunburn effect. Just so rosy, summery, glowy. Yes, okay, yes. Now, the last products in this collection are the Lippie Stix. There are 4 in here, and we're going to start with Sweet Stuff. So this one is a berry purplish shade, and I actually love these because they're like twist up kind of lipstick pencils, and because of the kind of flat rounded shape, they are so easy to work with. They just glide onto the lips, and it makes it so easy to kind of draw in that Cupid's bow even without a lip liner. And they do have that kind of bullet lipstick finish, so they don't dry down matte. They do have a little bit of a sheen to them, but they are so creamy. And yeah, that is the shade Sweet Stuff. And also the packaging on these is amazing. We've still got that kind of gold foiled effect. The next shade is called Fab, and this is more of a caramelly brown nude shade, and this one is right up my alley. And this one is super creamy too, but it does have more of a matte finish. It has less of a sheen compared to the berry tone, and I love that one. Fab is so stunning. Definitely great for everyday wear. Then we've got Nice Things, which is more of a peachy corally shade. This one is very vibrant, very bright, and definitely more of a spring summer shade. I think it would look great with like tan skin, a nude neutral eye, and just like that pop of bright coral is just amazing. Okay, and the last one is called Soft Side, and this is a dark chocolate brown shade, and I have actually used this one in one of my makeup looks, and it is beautiful. I love dark chocolate brown lips. This is more of like an autumny, wintry shade, maybe not perfect for summer. And this is the only one I found that swatched a little bit patchy, but when I used it on my lips, it didn't look patchy at all. It just glided on and looked very smooth. It's super grungy and dark. Like, I can just imagine this with a warm toned autumn colored eye. What? So pretty. Today I'm gonna be boring, and I'm gonna go for the new shade, which is called Fab. And as I said, you don't even really need a lip liner with these, as you can draw the lip line with the bullet, and they smell so good. I don't know what that smell is. I think it's like cupcakes, kind of vanilla-y. I don't know, it's delicious. I just want to lick it off. Don't eat them, okay? Love that shade. So creamy. It just glided on, it doesn't pull or anything. The pigmentation is there. You can see it doesn't look patchy. It's just a perfect everyday nude color. Like, this is what I would wear every single day. I'm also just obsessed with the blush. Looks so glowy. So I just need to do my brows and finish off my eyes, and then we'll be back to talk about the collection. Guys, I feel like lashes just complete any look. Like, everything just looks a million times better with lashes when they stick down anyway. My lashes never stick down in the inner corners and it's so annoying. But anyway, I think that I look super glowy and summery, and yeah, I think my favorite product in this collection has to be that blush, this one here in Georgette. It just, I don't know, the finish on the cheeks is just so beautiful. And I mean the eyeshadow palette as well, amazing. You could create something a lot less dark than this. Like this is very dark and smoky, but I feel like for summer I should have gone for something a bit more neutral. I really want to do a look with more of the pinky and purple tones in this palette, but I always do like pink and purple toned looks because those are my favorite colors. So I wanted to do something a bit warmer, a bit more smoky. I haven't even got any highlighter on, and I don't know if it's the blush or the sweat, but look how glowy my skin looks. Maybe a bit too glowy, but I'm here for it, okay? This is what the eyes are looking like. I hope you like them. I'm also in love with the Lippie Stix. If I would recommend one, it would be the one I'm wearing today, and it's the shade Fab. They are so affordable, so definitely check these out. And yeah, overall, I'm very impressed. Let me know what you guys think of this look down in the comments. What was your favorite product in this collection? Or what are your overall thoughts on this collection? Will you be picking it up or not? And yeah, if you did like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below. Also ring the notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.